Well, today on Nation Window Cleaners Podcast, we're talking all about estimating over the phone and booking right over the phone. Like literally how to increase your closing rate, how to get more people to say yes, and just how to do it. So if you're a window cleaner thinking about getting into window cleaning or you have nothing better to do, stay tuned to WCR Nation. What's up, everybody? Jersey here from windowcleaner.com, and you are here. What's up? Hopefully, you're having a fantastic day. But if it's your first time here, have a look around. This place has been going for 8 years, every single week, not missing a week. Knock on wood. Lots of content to go back and catch up with, and better than a cat video. Some cat videos, for sure. Go back, listen. If you're not new and you've been here before, thank you. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for being into window cleaning and being a window cleaning nerd like me. You are one of the cool kids. So thank you. Before I get into it, I just want to say a couple thank yous to some really, really awesome customers who have let me put their orders in. Just want to say thank you to Andrew Bell. Thank you. Kevin Titus, you are the man. And Brian Coffey, thank you, man. Thank you. These are just people, I pick random people. I know a lot of you put orders in with me, random people every week, just to say thank you, because I genuinely exist on this planet. I'm able to pay bills because of you. So thank you. Anyway, gotta say it. But today, what I'm talking about is estimating over the phone. And I talk about this a lot because it's one of the most asked, most requested, most just listened to podcasts. And I have to say, if there's something other than the dentist close that changes your business forever, it's phone bids. Here's the thing. If I call you right now, like, hey, Billy, hey, I've never used you guys, but I want to get a quote. And you say, okay, great. We should be there a little later this week. I'll call you as soon as it's done. They go, okay, click. Or they go, okay, do you know like a ballpark? Like, I have to look at the house. Okay. They're going to hang up and they're going to call somebody else. Or what happens is a week later, they don't care about windows. They're like, oh, yeah, no, I'll like last minute. They want it right now. Why would you open? This is like the question of why the dentist closed, which is not about dentist close. I don't know why I keep bringing this up. But you run your business. Why are you letting customers run your business? This is so stupid. It's absurd to me that people still do this in-person bid stuff. It's just, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't compute. A, you're not closing as much. B, you're not getting them when they're the hottest. It's a harder close. C, they're potentially calling somebody else. What are you doing? Plus, it takes up so much time. Think about this. If you have a house or a property or whatever, it's 15 minutes away, 15-minute drive. That's not bad. Except for now it's 30 minutes because it's 15 there, 15 back. Plus, you got to talk to the customer, walk around. Maybe they're talky. Now it's 30 minutes, right? 30 minutes plus 30 minutes of drive time there and back. That's an hour of your time wasted when you could do it in 2 minutes, do it better, close faster. Like, don't give me the line that my customers are different. Don't do that because you just made that up. Your customers are not different. You're just too scared to try something, right? One of the things that I always say with phone bids, not only can I do it better, faster, I can get better closes, quicker closes. I can stop my competition from getting those same people calling. If they called 2 people and you're not the first one, the other one was like, I'll be there in a week. And they call you and you're like, yeah, I'll give it to you right now. Cool, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Here's your pricing and we can get you on Tuesday. And they're like, yeah. They're going to call that other company back and be like, hey, no need to come out. We found someone. Or when they do come out, they don't message you back. Or when you do come out, worse, then they go, oh, sorry, we already found someone. Has this happened to you ever? Yeah. Do you think of all the people who are like, oh, well, you know, I don't close all of them. Sometimes they tell me they're going to call me back. Why would they do that? If I am so hot on window cleaning, I need it so bad, it's in my brain so much, I pick up the phone to call somebody, there's no sizzlier, hotter, spicier lead than that. I called you, I want it now. Nobody's calling you like, I don't know. Maybe I think I might want window cleaning. I don't know. Oh, they wanted it enough to call, right? Plus, here's the other thing. If you're only doing 1 or 2 bids a day, you're like, it's not bad, I can drive. Okay, cool. You're still wasting 2 hours. If you're only doing a bid or 2 a day in the busy season, the reason you're only doing a bid or 2 a day is because you're not advertising and doing all the other things that get you more work. Like, if you could take 2 hours a day and spend that in the office working on your business, do you think you would have more, right? And then what happens is you end up doing 10 bids a day. In the busy time, it's more than that. I mean, depending on the size of your company, blah, 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 right? That's the hard part. That's the crazy piece of this puzzle, is that literally you're putting all of this time into something that could be done in minutes, and it can be done better in minutes. Now, before I get into this, which I've already babbled a lot about it, I get this all the time where I'm like, dude, you should do phone bids because you're spending so much time, you're wasting so much time. And they're like, yeah, but my customers, like, they got to see me. And then if I'm there, I do really good in closing. Okay. Are you not on the phone with them? Like, when you create this structure, like, what happens when you have an admin who answers the phone and it's not you? Is that random person going to get to every job, or are they the admin? Well, no, that's silly. They're not going to go to jobs. They got to be in the office. Yeah. Well, no, I mean, we'll once we hire an admin, we'll have to hire a salesman, and they'll do, really? You're going to have 2 positions and still not get as many closes as if you just did it over the phone? Let me explain to you why. In my process, it's not my process. I shouldn't say it that way. It sounds like I invented something, and I did not. All I do is I've homed it into being amazing. But within 2 minutes, I can ask you a few questions. You can get a sense of my personality, and then at the very end, okay, cool. So your price is going to be $3.99. That's inside and outside window cleaning. And our first available appointment is actually the 25th. That'd be between 8 and 9 in the morning. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay, cool. 28th, actually. They're not even looking at the price or the whatever or the things. They're just 28th, yeah. Right? It's all done. Then I could do the upsell. Then I can do whatever. But I got the customer. Pair that with the dentist close, which is the greatest thing you could ever do for your company. But you're probably not even doing it right. If you're doing it at all, you may not be doing it perfectly. If you're not doing it or you never even heard of it, then golly, you literally could double your business by changing one thing instantly. Anyway, not a dentist close episode, but I should do another one on the dentist close. It's by far my favorite thing. Anyway, so we have this, right? We're going to be talking to them. We're putting it all out there. The idea is that they're so hot right now. They want it. There's no better time to close. 2 weeks from now, they're not thinking about it because they had to go to the doctor, the dentist. They saw rain. They did this. Their cousin's brother got married. Like, lots of things. Right now is the best time. But what questions do we ask? How do we get to the point? Now, here's the thing. I'll tell you, it really helps to pull Zillow up. So I'm going to take down everybody's information. I write it down just because I don't want to like type it and then have to go in. I just write it down in a book and admin can transcribe it. Somebody calls and goes, hey, I'm just looking for an estimate. Oh, awesome. Okay, let me grab a little bit of information from you and I can get you that right now. What is your first and last name? Oh, it's John Smith. Cool. And what's the address of the property? Oh, it's 123 Fake Street. Okay, perfect. And I already have the caller ID, so I know their number. I wrote that down. And what's the email? We'll get you off an actual copy of this, too, when it's done. Oh, it's, xyz@gmail. Perfect. And lastly, how'd you hear of us? Oh, I saw you on Google. I'm writing down all of that. That's it. Those are the information. As I'm doing that, I'm getting the information, pulled Zillow up. I type their address in. Google Earth is another one, right? Google Maps, do that. just so I can see the property, see the area, see the whatever. If you've been doing this a while, it becomes way easier than if you're newer at it. Okay, perfect. So great, let's get into it. I just got a couple quick questions for you on the window. So if it's a nice day out, how do you open your window? Do they crank open or do you slide it up and down? Now, the rare window in our area is side-by-side sliders. I go, actually, I slide it side to side. They'll tell me that. But I want simple, quick questions. Oh, we actually crank them open. Perfect. I know they're crankouts, right? I know that. If they say I slide them up and down, if you're in an area with storms, I go, oh, great. So when you slide up the bottom one, can you touch the screen right away, or is there another piece of glass in there? I'm not going to say, well, do you have triple track storms? Because they're going to go, what is that? And then my conversation now takes 30 minutes, right? Put it out there. Oh, no. When I open it, it goes right to a screen. Perfect. Cool. So now this, and I always ask this question too, and what is the square footage of the house? Just approximately. Because I want to know if they're like, it's 12,700, like then I know like, okay, this is going to be a custom home's different. If they're like, it's 2,700 square feet, 2,500 square feet, whatever, I know it's cookie cutter. I can piece that, right? I always say this too, just to get an idea. It's 2,700 square feet. Oh, perfect. It's like 3 bedrooms. Because all I'm trying to do is just wrap my brain around it. Because if I'm doing a bid, like I could send you, if you've done windows for any amount of time, you could show up, walk a house, never talk to somebody, know everything you need to know about it and go. Why can't I just do that by knowing what it's going to be? I can ask the questions to know that, right? So that's what I'm doing. Just trying to get an understanding. And then I say this question, very important. I say, okay, I won't laugh at you, I promise, but close your eyes and let's count the windows. We're going to start at the front door and work our way right. Oh gosh, okay. Well, it's the first room we got, and I'm just writing down. 2 windows, 2 in that. So, by the way, when a customer says windows, I know because I've asked the question of what kind they are. If it is a double hung, that's 2 panes per window, right? I know that. Okay. Count through everything in the house. Okay, we got 2nd floor. Okay, cool. Perfect. Got it. They're reading it off to me. Oh, perfect. Okay. And now, one quick question. Is there any windows in the house that you think we're going to need a ladder for? Now I know if there's like an open foyer or a great room or something. No. Everything, you walk right up. Have to move some, porcelain cats or whatever they say. Yeah, okay, I get that. I'm understanding what's going on, right? I'm asking the questions that I know, and I'm going through Zillow. Zillow, the longer it goes, the more pictures are there. Not everybody's house is there. I know that. That's where I'm using Bing, or not Bing. Bing Maps is kind of dead, but Google, I can kind of see the house, do a little rotations, kind of get some angles, just see. I just want to see, right? If I have Zillow, it's perfect, because this person's counting them up, already going through rooms, just checking. Right? I bid off of the amount of panes they tell me. And they're telling me windows, and I know how many panes of the windows. Right? I know if I need a ladder. I know the PETA stuff. I always ask the last question. By the way, we're doing kind of all this. All I'm trying to do is just get them a price. If I look at it and go, okay, so it looks like there's a walkout too. Is there like a basement in the back? Well, now I know if there's dormers. Right? I know all that. And then I say, okay, and last question is, when was the last time you cleaned your windows or had them cleaned? All I'm trying to say is, oh gosh, they've never been done. Well, I know that they are probably going to be a little bit dirtier than normal. If they go, oh, I got them done just every 6 months. Oh, I know you're lying, so that's every 2 years. I can kind of see how dirty they are, right? And then I always ask, not always, most of the time I ask, and why are you getting your windows cleaned? Is there anything specific you want us to target, or just kind of general dirty? No, they're just dirty. Sometimes they're like, oh, there's actually on that back window, it looks like a bird hit it, or on the front, they're like, well, the painters came in, they did our house, and then it's got over. I know this now because they're going to bring up the point and reason why it is. Now, customers lie, and I'll get to that, but now I have everything. I've already added it all up. I know my charge, $10 a pane, inside and outside, blah, blah, blah. Now I get to the great part. Go, okay, cool. Thank you for all that info, Miss Jones. So price-wise, you're looking at $399, not about $399. Not should be, I'm so absolutely confident with this. You're going to be confident too. Okay, price-wise, you're looking at $399, and that is the inside and outside of all the windows on the house, first and second floor, whatever, right? I'm going to explain some things that they told me. And our first available appointment's actually on the 25th. That is between 9 and 10 in the morning. Otherwise, I have the 26th in the afternoon. Which works better, the morning or afternoon for you? I didn't ask a yes or no question. I didn't say, well, here's the price it's probably going to be. I didn't. The price was early. Now they're focused on the question I asked, which was date. Your close rate will be 95 to 99%. Some people say that they do 100% when they're over the phone. And that I don't know, I believe, because I've never seen anybody do 100% of anything. But that's what they say. Super easy. I put it all out there. Now, when everything's said and done, they got a price and the date. They say what date works best. It's that easy. I'm going to jump into a shameless plug real quick. I am a rep for windowcleaner.com. The reason I am able to live on this planet literally is because I make money. Every order I place, I get money, and it costs you nothing extra. WCR pays me. So I would love to be your rep. I would love to put orders in for you. If you think you've ever gotten a grain of info or just something to do, if you like the podcast, if you hate the podcast, or you say, hey, your nose is really crooked and I hope you get it fixed someday, I would love to put your orders in. My number is 862-312-2026. That's my cell phone. Call me. Text me is even better because I am on the phone all day, every day. Let me put your orders in. All you have to do is click save this cart, or even jump on text and be like, yo, I need a 12-pack 18-inch Ettore rubber, and I need 96 recycled towels. Cool, I'm going to verify your address. I may already have your card on file. I'll make it as simple as I possibly can, and I'll make sure you get your free gift. Plus, we have a limited edition Cool Kid sticker, and I want you to be a cool kid. Join the Cool Kids Club. Let me put your order in. Please. Anyway, that would be absolutely amazing. Also, if you haven't yet gotten a subscription to the American Window Cleaner magazine, do it. It's the greatest magazine that has ever existed for window cleaners. It's been around since 1986, but the magazine is now in its ultimate form. It is fantastic. It's so good. Go do that. It's $69 a year. Literally. Go get a subscription. It's awcmag.com/sub and get a subscription. It comes to your house every single month with a sticker sheet, with the magazine. Just absolutely amazing. And virtual high five for that one. And then I also have a link in the bio of everywhere for 20% off Jobber for the first 6 months. I get a cut for that too. Anyway, Jobber's awesome. So many of you use it. It's one of the largest CRMs, but literally mind-blowing what it can do for your business. So go do that. Do a free trial. But Anywho, by the way, if you're listening to this, review me. You can do that on Facebook. You can do that on the podcast. You can, do that. It'd be great. Anyway, so we've basically gone over how you can do it. I'll tell you, customers lie. And you go, well, if they lie, why would I do this? I'm not getting the full picture. If I get there, then I know for sure. No, you're not confident. I'm confident because I know the square footage and the size and the neighborhood, and I know pretty much what it's going to cost. Here's the thing. When I get to the end of everything and they book, it's a 26, well, let's do the morning appointment. Great, awesome. I ask these questions. I say, and we also do gutter cleaning and house washing. Either of those something that you need to get in this? No, I think, I'll get a quote when you're here, but we'll wait. Perfect. I'm going to upsell every time I'm talking to them anyway. Then I say, okay, perfect. Cool, so I got you down for the 25th, and that's going to be between 9 and 10 in the morning. We'll call you the week before just to let you know we're coming on our way. And if we get there, we'll count the windows up since it's the first time. Just make sure everything was good before we start. And if there's any discrepancies, we'll let you know. Perfect. Let's do it. Now, when I get there, I'm going to count the windows, the panes, the whatever. So I know, okay, I'm there. I have maybe, not even once a year, but very, very seldom you get to some job and the crew chief or the person who's running that crew, they're like, yeah, this is not right. This is not right, right? We can tell because we charge X amount per pane. When they go back and look at the price and they're like, okay, this is $300, there should be 30 panes. There's not, there's 60, okay? When that comes up, what I do is they'll go to the customer and they'll say, hey, Mrs. Jones, just to let you know, we walked around. We have here that you have about 30 panes. That's what you were a bid on, but it looks like you have 60. Now, we can totally do just 30. Please just pick out the 30 you want, and we'll do those for the price. I don't want to have to make you charge any more than you thought. But if you want it all, it's going to be this price. So just let me know which way you want to go. They go, oh my gosh, yeah, I forgot that, or I did that. Like if I'm off a window or two, I don't care because it saved me so much time. What do you, even if which you are worth more than what a tech would bring in, but say you do $100 an hour and it takes 30 minutes, that means your bid could be off $50 and you still make money, right? These people are so, well, you said 269, but it would have really been 274. Really? It took you 2 minutes to do the bid. I'm okay with being a little off. But if they're really off, I let them know. And here's the reason it works is because it is not a bait and switch. If I show up to a job and I go, hey, we bid you for 30 windows, but you got 60, it's actually going to be $4,000. They go, oh, they think you did this, right? But if I say, don't worry, I know you were expecting to pay $299. It was for the 30 windows that you talked about over the phone. So you could pick out any 30, but if you want the whole job done, it's this. I've never had somebody do just a partial job, nor would I want to. Like if they do the partial job then, those notes are back because we do use, you're using Jobber. They have crew notes. You just literally, the crew says job should be $699. It comes back. You can see those. Then the next time they call and they're like, I'd like to have windows done again, and be like, okay, cool. The price is $699 and blah, blah. And they're like, oh no, we did $3. I know, but that was because you did partials. We don't do partial window cleaning. We just did that time. We didn't want to. Oh, okay. Like I could nip it in the butt. But with that being said, when I put all of that out there, that's how you get away with an issue. Because people are like, oh, well, if I'm there, I can see it. Okay. So if you're there, you walk around and you go like this. Okay. If I could somehow show you a picture, you would go like this. By the way, I know most of you don't watch it, but I was just looking around like a dummy. You're just looking at the windows when you go there. Over the interwebs and a couple questions, you can virtually look at it in your head. If I tell you, I have 4 double hungs in the back of my house, no storms. What's the price on that? Can you imagine what 4 double hungs look like? I hope so. If you're really new, maybe not. I hope you get over that really quick. But that's the thing. If I tell you what it looks like, you can see it. If you're there, you just can see it. If you think, oh man, well, when I'm there, I get lots of upsells because you're going to be there again. You're going to put them in your dentist clothes. You're going to be at that same house every month. Or every 6 months. Like you could upsell. You think the upsell is worth you spending your entire day just driving around talking to 5 people? That does not at all make sense. Your value is not just out there doing dumb estimates. Even if you have a salesperson, the salesperson could do these estimates over the phone and do the rest of the commercial stuff that does take the big time. There's zero reason for you to go do on-site stuff. Well, people really are you not talking to them on the phone? Do they not really like you that way too? Do you look like a circus clown? Is that why they like you only in person? Like we live in an age Because here's one of the biggest things that people say is they say, well, my customers, they don't like phone bids. They want to see me. They don't want to talk to somebody. Really? Do you think any of your customers have ever bought something on Amazon? Ever bought something on eBay? Yeah, maybe. Where'd they buy it from? Well, they bought it from Amazon. They can trust Amazon does not actually sell much, unless it's one of those Amazon basics or whatever they call it. And those are just items that somebody else makes that they just sell with their name on it. They bought it from Joe's Boutique or whatever, whoever's selling on Amazon. They didn't talk to anybody at Joe's Boutique. Yeah, but they know if they have an issue, they talk to you. They can get a feel for you, a vibe for you. If you answer the phone and you're like, hello, thanks for calling Jersey's Window Cleaning. They're like, hey, I'd like an estimate. All right, let me get some info. That what? I'm not buying whatever you're selling. Obviously, I'm annoying you. I don't want that. Be animated. They could be amazing on the phone. The best thing about this is you can have other people who are not you doing bids, because guess what? The same set of questions, the same set of terms, the same things can be done by anybody. It takes a little bit of learning, obviously, but then they can do bids. You could have your admin doing bids. Here's the other part. Is the instant you go, you know what? We're raising prices. The next call and everyone from there, you just increase that. Okay, well, now we're doing 11 a pane. You just raise prices. It is absolutely insanely easy. Because again, statistically, we're talking about numbers. Numbers don't lie. There's no emotion in numbers. Numbers, easy. Anybody can do numbers. 2 plus 2 is always 2 plus 2. It is never something different if I show up or not, right? So I can raise that now. I can do 3 plus 2. I know the answer. You know the answer. Your admin knows the answer. This is why this whole process works. The closing skills is something they can learn, right? The way to talk, the way to say it, the way to everything. The communication-wise is huge, but you have to try it. The biggest holdouts of this are people who are like, yeah, my customer. You're lying. You're lying to yourself, because your customers in your area are not different than any other. You do not live in this weird little, cave that only those people, they've never seen outsiders. Do you think there's any other window cleaners in your area? Not many. I don't see them. Well, you don't see them, but do you? Yes, there are. There are other window cleaners in your area. Even if you're in an area with low saturation, they're there. Guarantee it. Bidding it on the phone speeds everything up. It makes it better. It gets you better closes. It does all of that. And what I like is it helps you take market share, because the reality of any job or any service that's sold or any product is that there are only so many that can be sold in an area. There are only so many people who want window cleaning. Maybe you're really good at advertising, you can bump that up a little bit, but there's only so many. When people are like, well, I don't want to go in the saturated with window cleaners, you just be better than them. You just be better. When you do this type of closing, I take market share, because everybody who calls me could potentially call other people. I don't want that. I'm nipping it right there. Everybody who calls me books with me, that means nobody is going to call me first and then somebody else is getting called second. I'm taking that customer. They're mine. I'm awesome. I'm going to keep them. That's what it means to your company. And what you can do as the owner of a company in the amount of time that's saved will be mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. The other things you can do, the other accounts, the SEO, the websites, the posting, the pictures, the website updating, all of those things can be done now that you have this time. It's absurd that you spend all of this other time going in person when it does you not only no benefit, but actually does you harm. It actually, you get less closes doing it that way. And I know there are some of you who are stuck in your ways, and you're right now, you're going, this guy, this guy's dumb. Like, I get a ton of closes. I'm closing 9 out of 10. If you're not writing things down and tracking that, you just guessed. I write everything down when they call, so I know. Even if you're doing 9 out of 10, do you think those numbers are good? Well, yeah, that other guy, he said his cousin could do it. Every time? Can you not explain your value? Can you not make the process easier? Can you not any of those things? Well, I upsell all the time. Are you never going to talk to the customer again? Are you not going to be there on the job? Are you not going to have them built into your email blasts or your text blasts or your mail? That's dumb. That's just absurd. You going and taking an hour of your day. Again, say you work 8 hours. I know none of us do, but 8 hours. That means if every job with drive time, talk time, everything takes an hour, you can only do 8 bids in a day and get nothing else done for your company. Not only that, you can't do that every day. So now you're pushing them ahead and you're losing those. So now you're doing only 8 bids and you're only closing 6 of them when I could do the same 8 bids in under an hour. And I have 7 hours of that day to do everything else I need for my business, and I'm getting a higher close rate. So anyway, the whole moral of the story is something like this is scary for you because it's new. I know, well, in my area, everything's so different. Everything, right? But if you go there and you look at the windows, you can tell what they are. Why not ask the questions you need to? Your area may be different in how the style of windows or the things, but just tailor your questions. Simple. Don't go, well, do you have spandrel glass with mullions? And they're like, what? Just ask. Is there tint on your windows? Do you have the grids? Ask. You can tailor the questions to make it better, faster, easier, and more applicable to your area. So go do that, but just don't be scared of it, right? Just don't be scared. Thank you so much. Again, I'm a rep for windowcleaner.com, and I get to do this all the time because of so many of you put orders in with me. If you are there, by the way, and you want to put your order in with me, it's super simple. I make it easy. All you have to do is call or text me 862-312-2026. I genuinely thank you guys for that. Also get a subscription to the AWC magazine. American Window Cleaner magazine's phenomenal, if I say so myself. And Jobber. If you haven't gotten a CRM yet, bring your business literally to the next step of professionalism, but just ease. Again, we want to free you up from some things so you can do better things, right? You have to do certain things that you get paid more and you're better at. Free up all that random stuff. Get a good CRM. Jobber is that. Literally, have him do a demo. Do a demo with him. It will blow you away. It's a free demo. Just do it. I have a link for a free trial and also for 20% off, so go to check that out. Anyway, appreciate it for everybody, and go out there and just do it 1 week. Do phone bids 1 week. Just promise me you'll do it for 1 week. But more importantly, go out there and be epic.